Human Geography. Chapter 8, Political Geography. The main focus of this video will be the daily learning targets. Political boundaries do not always coincide with patterns of language, religion, ethnicity, nationality, and language. Therefore, we're going to divide this video into 5 categories where we'll explain each one of these divisions with a real-life example. Political boundaries do not always coincide with patterns of economy. This can be seen in Germany. Despite the boundary between East and West Germany being a relict border, it's still seen as a historical marker on the landscape since it shows the economic division within Germany today. In 1997, the GDP per capita in East Germany was 50% of that of West Germany, and its unemployment rate was at least double. Political boundaries do not always coincide with patterns of religion. This can be seen in Africa. In countries such as Sudan and Nigeria, where Northern Africa is mostly Muslim, and Southern Africa is populated by Christians. For example, as you can see in Sudan, Islam is very heavy in the north, and Christianity is much more popular in the south. However, you can also see that traditional religion is still practiced since there is animism currently on the map. Political boundaries do not always coincide with patterns of language. This can be seen in West Africa, where you see multiple language groups are crossing the borders of the countries. We're going to zoom in a specific place, known as Benin, Nigeria, and Cameroon, where we can see a multitude of language groups are separated by the political boundaries of these countries. For example, Kanuri language spreads past the Nigerian border, and Fue is divided by Nigeria and Cameroon and spills into multiple places of both countries. Political boundaries do not always coincide with patterns of ethnicity. These are all the ethnicities of Africa. I'm pretty sure you know there aren't this many countries in the continent, though. Superimposed boundaries. Definition: a boundary line or borderline placed over and ignoring an existing cultural pattern or arbitrarily imposed by external powers. These are the superimposed boundaries in Africa. This is because of their colonial legacy. During the late 1800s to 1900s, European powers carved up the continent into colonies without considering the ethnicities or the indigenous people living there. They were only considering what they could control. Most African countries actually currently still have these superimposed boundaries, which is the cause of their current ethnic conflict, because many dissimilar ethnic groups were grouped together, and many ethnic groups are separated by the colonial boundaries. When most states became independent, the boundaries matched the European-imposed administrative unit rather than the actual ethnic groups. Political boundaries do not always coincide with patterns of nationality. This can be seen with the Kurds, who are a stateless nation. The Kurds are divided among Turkey, Syria, Iraq, and Iran. Since no political boundaries correspond with the location of these people, this is an example of when political boundaries do not coincide with patterns of nationality. The Kurds are considered a nationality since they have histories of self-determination. Thanks for watching!